The U.S. conducting new strikes on Iran in response to the regime's attack on a cargo ship in the Strait of Hormuz. This, as a peace deal, still hangs in the balance, and a critical part of the deal, ending Iranian support for terror proxies in the region. But Hezbollah refuses to disarm, and its leader saying the resistance will continue. With that, let's bring in retired Vice Admiral and Navy SEAL Robert Harward. He grew up in Iran and led U.S. invasions in Afghanistan, in Iraq. So great to see you this morning, Robert. So we've got two things going on here. We've got the fighting in Lebanon, and then we've got the Strait of Hormuz. Which is the biggest hang-up right now to the peace deal?
Well, both of them, without a doubt. Iran's going to push for support of their surrogates. They're going to continue to challenge the Straits of Hormuz. And I applaud the administration for taking this military action. And it's a good first step, but they need to flip the coin even a little bit more. I would suggest, I hope, they've reconstituted the blockade, because the economic strangulation had a significant impact, as these military operations are. So again, on both fronts, the Straits and the situation in Israel, the regime is not going to work with this administration to achieve those objectives.
Vice President Vance yesterday said that with oil down to $72 a barrel, the United States wins either way. And we should focus on just keeping the Strait open. Does that make sense to you?
Of course. Yes, the Straits, not just for the world economy, but for all those ships that were trapped, those crews that had been in there. I believe that was the administration's strategy: accommodate Iran with the negotiations so they could get that flow through the Straits. Now with the ceasefire violated, that's at risk. So the Navy needs to continue their operations to ensure those ships flow. And again, it may have an impact on the oil prices, but at the end of the day, that economic strangulation of the blockade is just as significant. And they need to put all of that on the table to ensure they're in a position of strength in these negotiations.
Well, it's probably even more significant, certainly for Iran, than it is for the United States. Turning to Lebanon, though, we've heard rumors of a possible peace deal between Lebanon and Israel, but the problem really isn't Lebanon, it's Hezbollah. Do you have any faith that Hezbollah will operate in good faith in terms of disarming and stopping lobbing missiles into Israel?
It's clear the government of Lebanon wants Hezbollah gone as well. So to show unity of effort with the government and Israel adds not only additional pressure on Hezbollah, but on the Iranians as well. And it shows that everyone's not going to tolerate the regime supporting their surrogates, not just in Lebanon, but down in Yemen and other locations as well. So I think it's a very positive move along with the military strikes, but let's leverage that opportunity to enhance our position economically as well by continuing the economic starvation. So again, all positive moves illustrating where this needs to go at the end of the day, as Israel has their own national security interest at hand here, as well as U.S. national interests.
Vice Admiral, thank you very much for joining us.
Good to be with you.